What's going on, everybody? Sam Burr here. Welcome back to Burr Shiva. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be leaving our little touristy area and moving over towards the right-hand side of the city today, basically over here. So we're going to be working on a little bit of a, whatever you want to call it, a marina, a harbour, a canal area. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's going to be a inner city area where historically maybe that was like the main port area, which is, it's no longer the main port because we're going to build another big marina wharf style area on the outskirts of the city. But I wanted to have some kind of little historical area where the boats would have originally came into the city, and then they had kind of this sheltered little area that's right near the downtown of the whole city of Beersheba. So I'm going to be using this existing kind of, I don't know what you call this, like a boulevard area, which goes pretty much throughout the city. Originally, this was going to be a park all the way, so there's still going to be a lot of area to turn it into a park, but I thought I didn't want to do a park just the whole way because that's kind of repetitive. Let's do something completely different. One of the most important aspects of this video was making sure the road levels and the seawalls were all at the same height. If they weren't at the same height, it would have just been really chaotic and messy. The land actually slowly went up a little bit, so where that big bit where it's cleared right next to the temple there, that's actually up a lot higher. So I had to lower a lot of the roads around it so it's all at the same level where the water is, because I didn't want it to be really high once it goes inland. So all of the buildings around it, some of the buildings I had to lower down, but then there's also going to be some other things where there's going to be secondary seawalls up against the first seawall. There's going to be buildings that hide the new the terrain levels. You can see there, like there's the terrain levels where it's a bit higher, then it slopes down to where the water is. I chose this seawall here because first of all, it has a fence on it, it has seating areas, it has little planters, and it also has a bit of a grungy look where the water actually goes, which is really perfect. And beyond that part, I use a different seawall, which is still from the same pack, but this one doesn't have an actual fence on it. And the reason being is because obviously this would have been the old port area, so they need areas where they can come in and it's not all fenced off, which probably isn't that safe now for like public space, but I thought in terms of like the historical aspect, it's good to have a non-fenced off area. And I don't actually put in like a whole big marina area. I just add in, I think, 2 boats, like a yacht and then a sailing yacht or whatever you want to call it, something like that. It's pretty much just going to stay empty because I don't want it to be really filled in. It is quite a small area. Like I said, it would have been the historical area, so the boats would have been like not that huge, I assume. Hence why the canal there is not too big. The only mistake I really made with this area is I made the depth too, I made it too deep basically. And when you make deeper water, it's going to be more wavy. When it's really shallow, it's going to be more calm. And you can see there, it's kind of deep on the sides where the seawall is. Reason being is because I needed it to be down really low because I didn't want to see the actual terrain coming up against the seawall in the water, so I made them really deep there. But as a result, it's a little bit too wavy for my liking, but it'll have to do because I'm not going to change it, because like what I have to do here, I put up this big seawall just for the time being when all the water comes in, but any slight change of the terrain underwater causes like a huge tsunami, a king tide. It's just not good. So you'll see at the end of the video, it's a little bit wavy, but I can't really change it unless I want to do some real damage, which I don't want to do. Here again, I'm just adjusting the seawalls, and the roads have to be the same height as the seawall. It's all got to be the same because I wanted the seawall to actually be right up against the road, so when the pedestrians are walking on the side of the road, it looks like they're actually walking on the seawall, if that makes sense. And it makes it look so good. And I have to adjust the heights of the seawall and the roads all the way around. Every single side, every single corner has to be exactly the same. And I think I do it all pretty good. This part here is where it gets a little bit different. So you can see how where the temple is, it's up a lot higher. and I have to make a secondary seawall. So I drag over our secondary seawall from over here where I just placed it, and I drag it over here, and now we have 2 different levels. And this is actually a pretty good idea, because like when the ships would have came in originally, like you have the temple that kind of overlooks everything, which is that building right there. And instead of doing like some yucky terrain, it just looks so much better. It looks just crisp. It looks really good having the seawalls kind of defining, like there's the temple level and then there's the port level. So it looks really good. There's this road here as well. You can see how it's kind of slopes down to where I just adjusted the height of the road, but I don't like how it slopes down like that. See how I'm adjusting it and it slopes down there? I don't like that at all. So what is the best thing to do? Well, what we're going to do is actually get rid of that road that slopes down, which I know isn't ideal, but the traffic in this city, it really isn't that big anyway, so we can get away with doing a lot of these little changes. So removing some of the pathways and removing this road as well. And what we're going to do is continue on the upper sea level around to the top of the screen, and it's going to make it all the same level as the temple, or whatever you want to call this, a temple, I don't know what. But you can see now it slopes around the corner, and it just looks really good like that. It looks really thought out. It looks realistic. It looks more realistic than what it was, and it really suits the area as well, because I don't want to have like that middle kind of boulevard plaza area to be a weird terrain. It's got to be all equal. Now all around this little Marina Port area, of course there's going to be a lot of buildings. There's going to be a few shops along the front, and some random buildings we're trying to build up there, but no, we're not letting that happen, so they can all get demolished. But there's going to be some shops, but mostly residential, and a few high-rise buildings as well, but nothing too fancy over here. I didn't want to take away from being that close to the downtown. I didn't want it to look like I'm building like a third downtown area, because now we have 2. We have the main downtown and we have the tourist downtown city center area. This road here originally went across. You can see I put the bridge there, but it just didn't look that good. So I'm actually going to keep the bridge demolished. I don't want it at all. So that road, it comes down there and it just stops there, because having the bridge going across there really did not look good. It didn't suit the area. It just didn't look good. And where the main road originally went, it really wasn't busy anyway, so it really doesn't matter if we have a bridge there or not. So I just thought, let's get rid of the bridge. It looks so much better. I was also considering, should I do a pedestrian bridge from either side? But again, I did play with it off camera, and it just didn't look good. It kind of ruined the image of all of this, because I did put down a sailing yacht, and they have the really high poles where the sails go out, and I don't know, just having any type of bridge across there just did not look good at all. So right here, let's just finish off the speed build, then we'll go into more of a live look around. I'm just putting down some residential buildings. I put down some commercial. I put down some seating areas and things like that to make it look a little bit more lively. And I throw down some like neon signs, normal signs, and just things like that to make it look like it's a little bit more interesting. Anyway, let's go into the live mode. Why is this flashing so much? I thought it's probably better to put a little bit of a lighthouse over here, but I don't know why it's flashing so rapidly like that. Could you imagine? No, that's not good. That is not good. We'll have to find another one, but there's not really that many on the workshop. Anyway, so just to show you guys, here everything is, yes, I don't know what's going on with the traffic. We'll have to do a video fixing up the traffic, because there's just something going on in there. The lane changes are not working. Anyway, that's off topic. So we come in here, and originally, like I said, the bridge went across here, but it just really ruined the view. It ruined the look. So we're going bridgeless, no pedestrian bridge, nothing like that. And up here, just a few buildings along the side here, and just a really generic little garden. And you can see that the pedestrians actually do walk along the seawall, which is really, really nice. Over here, like I said, I made sure that the seawall is really close to the road. So again, even if they're not walking on the seawall, it still makes it look like they are. Just paused it. We'll come in through here. The water, it's probably what, like a meter down, something like that. And it's really not that fancy. Like the terrain levels, like I said, were quite different, but I've hidden that pretty well. We have shops all along the bottom here, but I really do love how the tram comes along the actual Marina Port, whatever you want to call this. It just looks really, it just looks good. Over here, I actually really love this area. It's like a really cozy, quiet little area. Originally, like I said, the road would have gone along here, but there really wasn't that much traffic anyway. But now it's just a really cozy, quiet area that's really close to the city. Like our downtown is what, just there, just up there. So it's really close, but it's really cozy and it just looks really good. So here we are, and look at that. Now look at this elevated seawall right here. Doesn't that look good? There's some little holes in the ground I tried to cover with planters, but I don't know what's going on there, but nothing I can do. But yeah, look at that. It looks really good. I just love it. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, it looks really nice. You can see it's really busy up in our downtown up there. Look at that. It's so busy. But I really love that there's more people than cars. Like they're obviously using a lot of public transport. We might have to do another tram as well. But yeah, it's just really satisfying to see all of the people just walking and wandering around. Also, how this goes around here. So this is all at the same level. This looks really good because probably like historically this would have been like a big lookout point, kind of like a secure area because it's elevated from the little port area as well. So I think that's really realistic and it looks really good. I don't know if this is too steep here, but that's such a tiny little detail. But yes, here it is. Like I said, I didn't want to do anything too fancy because I didn't want to take away from the actual downtown area, but I added in a few seating areas, some food trucks and a few little signs, just a couple boats, but nothing too much because I didn't want to overpower the whole look of it. A few high-rise buildings here, but yeah, not much. You know what? The weird thing is though, when I first started Beersheba, this was the downtown area. This was like, do you guys remember, if you go back to the first episode, this was like the actual city center of Beersheba. This little part here, like, what? And now we have all of this. Oh my god, that looks so good. Traffic, yes, I know. Also, you guys, this is how it looks during the daytime. A little bit easier to see. I kind of like this corner. I don't know why I like this corner, but it's just really nice. And we have the tram goes up through here, just a sneaky little road. People still walk up through there, so I wanted to make it a little bit nicer looking, just some quick fences, some gardens, and it looks good. It looks good. Just before I finish up, I just want to adjust a few things. So I don't want there to be any cars coming down through here. We don't need you, we don't need you, don't need you. Trucks, and then we can do those ones as well. This one here, that one's all right. Did I remove parking? Yes, I don't want any parking there. And then they can park along here. I think if they park here, it's going to overlap a little bit. Oh, that one looks all right because it's got some space. This one here will remove parking because it's a little bit too close. And here is all right, and I think everywhere else is okay as well. Anyway, you guys, there's not much else I can say, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I actually had a lot of fun building this. It looks really good. And as always, if you have any suggestions for this city, I'm thinking we might bust out into the other country very soon. Even though this city isn't complete, but the city is well established now. So I think you guys should be able to handle seeing the next city, which is going to be a really different city. There's going to be a huge contrast. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.